It's boring.
I'm going to stand here like this. I'm listening just naturally, you know.
It's too easy though, isn't it? It's just like, So today we're very lucky to have Roi here from Boom Fitness down in Canterbury. He's come all this way to Scotland to see the Kilted Coaches, and we're going to give you lots of insight about weight loss.
It's great to have you, Roi.
Thank you very much. Good.
So we run things a certain way up here,
Yep.
and we've got our kind of principles about how to take consultations and how we induct people into our training programs. Yep. Give us an insight of how you get somebody on board.
Okay, so we're a small studio, but we do a mixture of different approaches, and with the different approaches we look at food intolerance testing, our core therapy to make sure everything on the inside is working really well, and then obviously get our clients training hard and working hard through our bespoke personal training, but also our really fun classes. So we have more of a functional approach with our classes and stuff. So.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you right back.
Yep.
You mentioned food intolerance testing.
Yep.
Now we've mentioned this before, haven't we? Food intolerance testing. It's a great.
We were thinking about bloating and things.
We've talked about kind of a flat tummy,
Yep.
and sometimes you get bloating. How does food intolerance work?
Okay, so what we do is people have an idea of some foods that give them a bit of an upset tummy, and IBS is a really, really big one.
Yeah.
And with the food intolerance testing, we take a small finger prick test, fill up a little wand of blood, and we send it off to the lab. And then when they bring it back, we have a massive list of foods that they can eat that are quite good for them, and they're not going to cause any problems. We have a list of foods where they should eat it once, twice a week at best. Okay. And then we have foods that they really need to avoid because they're the ones that are actually causing them problems.
And so how do you categorise those different, do you have a number system?
Okay, so they use it as, green is your go foods, you're absolutely fine. Your amber foods are your once, twice a week, and then your red foods are your big no-nos. And it's actually quite surprising because people go, well, it's going to be wheat, it's going to be eggs, it's going to be dairy.
Yeah.
I've actually had garlic,
okay,
mango, lettuce and spinach with different clients that have come up.
Not lettuce.
Yeah, honestly, it comes up, and it's because some people have too much of a good thing in their diet. It's not about good food, bad food. It's about what causes a response within the body.
Yeah.
And especially from the IBS point of view, it's such a quick way of eliminating what's causing the trigger foods. Because so many people are like, well, if you go to the GP, then you've got to go eliminate this food for like 3 months. And it just takes so long.
So this is a quick way of just saying, this is what foods are bothering you.
Yep.
And to give the guys at home just a little insight about why this is beneficial for weight loss. So why would somebody benefit from a food intolerance test?
Biggest thing is people go, well, I've got to start eating healthy foods. But it's not about good food, bad food. It's about if the food doesn't sit well with the body, like spinach or lettuce with this other client, even garlic, all things that we naturally go, well, they're really, really good for us.
Yeah.
Actually, it's causing them more problems, and they're not absorbing the right food, nutrients, and everything else because, like with the garlic and that, it causes some discomfort in the digestive system. So as a result, they're still getting the IBS triggers, they're still getting the IBS problems, and it just slows down the weight loss even more.
With the intolerance test, it's probably one time in life that a little prick is useful.
Absolutely.
And with the test that they get, do they get printed results or do you just work with the results? What do they...
We get both. So I get emailed a copy first, so that I'm ahead of the game with them, and I've got all the notes and everything else, and then we'll have a chat. The great thing about it is they don't even need to be directly near me because we can do it at distance and that as well, using Skype and that. I've done it with clients before. I've sent them the test, and then they do the test themselves, and I literally process it, and then we do the Skype chat afterwards because they get a printed booklet, and we get them to do a 12-week food analysis as well with the changes they make. And the good thing is we also take into account things like mood and when they eat and their mood. Because sometimes, obviously, people eat.
You need to speak to my wife.
People have that emotional connection to food, don't they? They're having a really crappy day, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to eat that, and so it's good.
So you also mentioned core therapy. Now we do core training, like let's do some plank, let's do some medicine ball twists. I'm assuming you're not talking about that.
Roi, what is it?
What it is about realigning the body from the inside out, using the nervous system to get all the internal organs working better. Some people, when we do the muscle testing at the beginning, their muscles are really weak, but on the way the body functions, that's sort of at the end of the chain. So the nervous system's first, then we've got all our internal organs, and then we've got the muscles. If the muscles aren't working right, that means some of the internal organs aren't working right. So like our digestive system, our liver, kidneys are some of the big culprits. And if they're not filtering the blood properly, if they're not looking after the insides properly, again, when it comes to weight loss, coupled with things like the food intolerance testing, their body's just not functioning anywhere near the level it needs to be to get effective results.
Cool. So understand that a bit.
Yep.
Okay, we're working from the inside out.
It's like an engine spec.
Yeah, a bit like that, yeah.
What do you actually do?
Okay, so it's actually really simple. So each treatment's an hour long. We do muscle testing at the beginning to see where the problem areas are. And then we do the full treatment, which includes things like a little bit of massage, a little bit of realignment through the pelvis and through the neck and that as well. And a client I had just the other day, who's had lower back problems and her back is like really in a bad way. But when we do the testing, it's like, well, it's actually your neck and your jaw that are causing the problems. Right. And therefore it's not functioning properly because actually it's like, well, you know, my physio says it's my lower back and I know that's where the pain is, but actually when we do the test, it's your jaw and your neck.
Okay.
She texts me the next day, and first time in 2 weeks I've been pain-free and I could actually put my socks on.
Wow.
You know, so that's slightly different from the weight loss, but it's all about that function.
Well, it's life-changing.
So has she been living without socks?
No, well, yeah, you definitely want that. Yeah.
Who's this testing suitable for? Does everybody come along?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's really good for it. The great thing about it is there's no sort of intrusive manipulation. It's a fully clothed treatment. So literally, I've been into people's offices before, got the couch out, and then we treat them and that and help them.
So let's get into the nitty gritty. You've got this awesome studio.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to go down to Canterbury.
I know, we need to get kilts on down
Absolutely.
there.
Can we do some kilted fitness?
Absolutely,
Boom
yeah,
Fitness?
yeah.
Excellent. Boom, kilted.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you've got this awesome studio, right?
Yep.
We've got the details of food intolerance. You do some core therapy, obviously a bit of a consultation process. Let's talk about your classes because that's really where the sweat comes in and people get a bit of a buzz about.
I got through that really fast, mate.
Talking too fast?
No, definitely. I mean, we do a variety of classes. So we do some sort of different circuits using whole body movements and that. We love some of the kits. So we do our kettlebells. We've got battle rope stuff and that as well, and our suspension trainers. A whole mixture and lots of body weight stuff. Yeah, we're really big believers down there of people can't squat properly, so let's start with that and just getting the whole body moving. And we have lots of fun. We work a lot with ladies in particular, which obviously is a big weight loss market and a big weight loss audience, and they love it. They have such fun. It's relaxed, it's friendly. A little bit of banter, because you know that encourages them even more. Yeah. We also do some of the insanity classes, and again, I make it fun. We have a laugh because it's hard work, really hard work.
Sounds like it's going to be easy with a name like Insanity.
Well, yeah. And do you know what? We have that problem. It puts people off a little bit, but then they come and do it, and we've had like older ladies with quite a bit of weight that have got through it all. I mean, they're knackered at the end, and it's been good fun, but they get through it. And then we have the really fit ones who are like smashing it out. And again, everyone's able to do that work.
Regardless, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
So if there's somebody watching this and thinking, I really want to get in shape, I want to try something, what advice have you got for somebody who's a bit apprehensive about coming along?
What, to any of the classes? Or?
To any classes, to your facility specifically, but then also in general. There's going to be lots of people watching this who are not in Canterbury.
Yes.
So what advice would you give somebody who's thinking about, I want to go to a class?
Okay, they need to find somewhere that they get on well with the trainers or the instructors. They need to feel relaxed, because that's, I mean, we all know what it's like. You go somewhere, you're nervous, you don't quite enjoy it, you don't get that experience. And specifically down at Boom Fitness, we try and create an experience every visit, and that's what it's all about. And that's what keeps people coming back, is that community, that experience and everything else. But for those that maybe can't come to us, it's just make a start, you know, right, today I'm going to go for a 20-minute walk, and then I'm going to look at what's in my local area, something that's quite fun, relaxed, and just make a start. That's the best advice we give.
Make a start.
Mate, all of our clients. Just one foot in front of the other, make a start.
I'm actually sign me up.
Let's go to Boom Fitness. Yeah. Shall we make a plan to go to Boom Fitness?
I tell you what, that would be wicked.
Yeah.
We should have
on tour.
Do you know what, I reckon you must know quite a few other people in that as well, across the UK, different places, and I know a few different people, and I reckon you could set up a kilted tour.
A kilted tour?
Yeah.
Kilts on tour, yeah.
So Boom Fitness, they're going to make you a plan.
But once you've made the plan,
Stick to the damn plan.